So manufacturing, Microsoft Dynamics 365 F&O manufacturing session we are going to learn in this batch. So this batch, supply chain management, manufacturing, we are learning today. Okay. So if you want to learn this one, prerequisite is this one, trade and logistics, supply chain management. Without having this knowledge, trade and logistics, supply chain management, you cannot learn this one. Okay, this is the prerequisites. Then only you can learn manufacturing. You have to have knowledge on this trade and logistics, supply chain management. Okay, on top of that only we can learn manufacturing. So manufacturing, there are so many methods of manufacturing processes exist. But in Microsoft Dynamics, we are learning now discrete manufacturing, process manufacturing, lean manufacturing. Discrete manufacturing, process manufacturing, lean manufacturing. These three processes we are going to learn in the system. But majorly, these two are any company, they will use a lot this one, discrete and process manufacturing. Lean manufacturing is very little. Okay, what is discrete manufacturing? In the system, you need to understand BYM plus route or route. You can pronounce anything. Across the globe, some countries they will pronounce route, some people will pronounce route. BYM plus route. Process manufacturing means formula plus route or route. Lean manufacturing, it is Kanban rule plus production flow. Kanban rule plus production flow is lean manufacturing. Discrete manufacturing, it is BOM plus route. Process manufacturing, formula plus route. Lean manufacturing, Kanban plus production flow. Now, what are these? Let us understand in a diagram. Okay, just give me a minute. Let me go to my previous batches. So with this diagram, you can understand three processes: discrete manufacturing, process manufacturing, lean manufacturing. Discrete manufacturing means like washing machines, laptops or monitors, tractors or trucks, cars, mobile manufacturing, nuts and bolts. If you are using this one, it is discrete manufacturing. Okay, in discrete manufacturing, assembling and disassembling is possible. Assembling and disassembling is possible. So if you look at this one, you can open that material, anything, and you can assemble it. You can disassemble it or you can assembling. So another one more best example is simple example I'm saying for this one. Computer system. Very simple, straightforward example is computer system. So if you are combining monitor, CPU, keyboard, mouse, cables, combining together, you are making computer system. From the computer system, you can separate like this. This is simplest example. So in discrete manufacturing, assembling and disassembling is possible. Assembling and disassembling is possible. Process manufacturing. Process manufacturing, this is not possible. Assembling and disassembling is not possible. Meaning, once combined, you cannot separate. Once it is separated, you cannot combine. This is called process manufacturing. In discrete manufacturing, assembling and disassembling means you are separating the parts and you are combining the parts. At any point of time, you can do it. Process manufacturing means once it is combined, you cannot separate it. Once it is separated, you cannot combine. So these examples you saw here, electronic items, vehicles, etc. Okay. Process manufacturing means liquids, water, petrol, medicine, liquor, etc. So biscuit manufacturing, process manufacturing. Biscuit also process manufacturing. Medicines. Here, suppose we will purchase crude oil. From the crude oil, we are going to separate petrol, diesel, kerosene. Petrol, diesel, kerosene. We are separating. Okay, like this. Medicines. You are combining so many items, you are making one item. So this is process manufacturing. Process manufacturing is majorly liquids and dry items also will be there, but once it is separated, you cannot combine. Once it is combined, you cannot separate. Suppose if you want to make biscuit manufacturing, you need to combine so many items. Okay, juice manufacturing, process manufacturing. In process manufacturing, juice also manufacturing. Juice manufacturing also part of process manufacturing. Lean manufacturing means just in time. So we need to deliver the material quickly by without keeping larger inventory in my warehouse. That is lean manufacturing. So this one we'll discuss later. This is called just in time, lean manufacturing just in time. Okay, we'll discuss this point later. We'll focus on these two methods, discrete and process. Now in the system, if you want to understand this one, Microsoft has given very flexible information. Look at this one. Product information management, products, released products. In these released products, you can find starting with M. Starting with M is raw material. Let me show you. Starting with M is raw materials. Microsoft has given the report, I mean to say the items data very clearly. Starting with M is raw materials. Here raw material means if you want to make an item, suppose simple example, computer. If you want to make item, we need monitor, CPU, keyboard, mouse, raw material, cables. These are called raw materials. You need to purchase all these items, and you are going to combine, you are making computer system. Okay, another example I'm showing you. One more example, suppose biscuit manufacturing. Let me show you biscuit manufacturing. a second. One more example I'm showing you. These are called raw materials. If you want to make biscuit, we need wheat powder, milk, eggs, salt, sugar, okay, some chemicals, some other material we need. All this combined together, biscuit. Okay, raw cotton. Raw cotton. From this, it will be separated cotton and cotton seeds. Then from the cotton seeds, we will get cotton oil. Okay, these are process manufacturing examples. Okay, so now in the system, you can find starting with M is raw materials. Starting with the D, discrete manufacturing. Starting with the D, all the examples are discrete manufacturing. Starting with the P, process manufacturing examples. Starting with the L, lean manufacturing examples. So Microsoft has segregated very clearly so that you can understand easily. Okay, fine. So you understood now. Starting with the D, discrete manufacturing. So starting with the D, examples are discrete manufacturing examples. Starting with the P, process manufacturing best examples. Starting with P. Starting with L, lean manufacturing examples. Lean manufacturing examples given by Microsoft. Okay, starting with M means raw materials. Because if you want to make one item, we need raw materials. That is starting with M, raw materials. Now, if you want to practice more, okay, then in USMF, we are going to learn production control, here production orders. Okay, more examples you will find here in related to discrete manufacturing, meaning if you want to learn discrete manufacturing, then try to use USMF company. For process manufacturing also here we have some examples, but if you go to USPI, USP2, you will find more examples here. Okay, meaning if you go to USP2, there are many examples. In USP2, you will find orange juice, apple juice examples. There are many examples. Orange juice and apple juice manufacturing. There are many more examples here. So if you want to learn process manufacturing, of course in USMF also there, but more examples are there in USP2 and USPI. USPI companies. Even if you go to USPI, you will find so many examples. Crude oil kind of thing, paint, etc. So there are many items. Okay, so majorly USP2 and USPI also we have some examples you can practice. So for practicing purpose, more examples provided by Microsoft in USP2 and some are in USP8 for process manufacturing. Of course, for lean manufacturing, US company only, USMF only. For lean manufacturing, it is USMF. Okay, once again, USMF only. Okay. Till now, any questions, please? Anyone? Till now, any questions?
No.
No questions. Fine. So, in this one, you are going to learn discrete manufacturing, process manufacturing, lean manufacturing. And then you are going to learn master planning, one more important module, very, very important module, master planning. And then you are going to learn engineering change management. Engineering change management is new module introduced by Microsoft, and then cost management, and then time and attendance. Time and attendance, asset management. So engineering change management and asset management, these are new modules. Okay. So time and attendance is very simple, small one. Okay. Cost management. Now in this, the most important is accounting entries. Accounting postings. Accounting postings, you need to understand a lot. Okay. So here, why I'm discussing about this accounting entries. I'm taking duplicate. In item model group will be covered here in this supply chain management trade and logistics. Item model group will be covered a lot here. So in this we have FIFO, LIFO, weighted average, and moving average. Okay, these methods will be covered in this supply chain management trade and logistics. Now, in this, one more method is the standard cost method. This standard cost method is designed for manufacturing process. The standard cost method is designed for manufacturing process. So you need to learn this standard cost method a lot. Standard cost method is designed for manufacturing process. Now let me show you what it is. Let me take into duplicate. Inventory management, setup, postings. Here, standard cost variance. Okay, so you need to understand the postings related to this area. So let me show you one production order process and then I'll come to here. So I'm creating a production order. Production order means it is discrete. Okay, here I'm writing down. For a discrete manufacturing, it is production order. In process manufacturing, it is called batch order. This is Kanban board process for process, board process. Kanban board process. Let me show you here. Production control. Here Kanban board for process jobs. Okay. So we'll discuss this point later. Let us focus on production order first. Let us focus on production order. So in this production orders, we have one is production order, one is batch order. What is the difference between these two? We'll understand slowly. Okay, production order, new production order I'm creating. Okay, let me do it from USMF company first. I'm creating new production order. Select the item D003. Okay, so if you are doing this production order, I told you one is BYM plus route. BYM plus route is most important. So here it is coming BYM and route. So BYM was discussed already here. It was explained here, but I will discuss with you once again here also. So, but I will teach you a lot in BYM here in trade and logistics supply chain management. But you are going to learn here also BYM. And route is route or route. It is more related to manufacturing process. So you need to understand a lot about this route. So click on create. So the first step, production order created. Create production order. Create production order. So once it is created, the status we can see clearly, it is created status. Okay, in this BYM is there. So let me go to D001, D003. So for this item, if you go here, engineer tab, BYM versions. Okay, here the raw materials. We need M001, 2, 3, 4, and 7. If you want to make standard speaker, we need wiring harness, mid-range speaker unit, tweeter speaker unit, crossover, and standard cabinet. All this combining of these raw materials together is this D003. That's what it is showing. Okay. Here, there is no like date and time is not there at present. Next, route is there. So route means first assembly, next testing. So here there are two testings. One is testing and test operation. So one is machine, one is human being. Next, packing. Okay, combining of all these items, packing. So BOM plus route. The same thing you can see here also. BOM and route. Fine. Now you need to click on estimate. Next step is estimate. So if you click on estimate, what happens? If you click on estimate, what happens? Here, view calculation details. At present it is empty. At present it is empty. Now we need to click on estimate. Click OK. Then if you verify here view calculation details, so the price of the estimated cost price is updated here. Estimated cost price is $168. So for this, if you want to produce this item, we need three parts. One is raw material. This is material cost. And one is manufacturing cost. Manufacturing cost, process cost, time, because of this time spent by human beings or machines or something else. So these are called resources. And then one more part, indirect cost or overhead charges. So the finished goods item, FG item, that is B1. FG item means B1. Estimated cost price. How can we calculate? This one is raw material cost plus process cost. Process cost means formula, sorry, route. This is BOM and this is route. Next, overhead charges. All this combined together, it is finished goods item. Raw material cost means the material whatever you are using. These are coming from the BOM. These are coming from the BOM. Okay, these are coming from the BOM. And this is coming from the route. This is coming from the route. And this is coming from the costing sheet. This is coming from the costing sheet. So one is BOM plus route plus costing sheet. So route is, as I told you here, the most important setup you are going to learn. Production control. Here you are going to learn routes. Okay, this is route. If you go to route details, you will find operations. For these operations, we need resources. So what are the resources required? You need to map it. Okay, so that one. Next one is, if you look at this one, next one is costing sheet. So you need to understand costing sheet. That is in cost accounting, sorry, cost management. If you go to cost management, here costing sheets. So in this overhead charges, you need to understand this overhead charges. Altogether, it is, you are going to get the FG item cost price. That's what here you can see. If you verify, view calculation details, three parts. BOM, that is material cost from here to here. And then process cost from here to here. And then overhead charges from here to here. These overhead charges are coming from the costing sheet. So you need to understand BOM plus route plus costing sheet a lot. Fine. So during estimated cost price will be updated. Estimated cost price will be updated. Fine. Let me go back. Now we need to click on next one is schedule. Here schedule operations. schedule jobs. Okay, now give me a second. Here you can have operation scheduling, job scheduling. Okay, we'll discuss these two differences, operation scheduling and job scheduling, in the coming sessions. So now I'm proceeding with operation scheduling. So here I'm clicking on schedule operations. Click OK. If you click this one, what happens? Then in the BOM, it will update the date operations. Okay, it is updating. Already updated. 1 minute. Okay, let me click on schedule operations. Click OK. So what is this schedule operations? What is schedule job? I'll discuss with you mostly next week. Next week we'll discuss. Fine. Now in the route, the date and time will be updated. Not BOM, in the route. Let me do it once again. If I want to go back step, I can make it estimated. Now it is estimated status. This is back step, estimated status. Now if you look at this one route, at present date is not updated, start date and time. Okay. Now if you click on schedule operations, then it will update the date and time in the route. Okay, route is updated with the dates and time. So schedule operations are operation schedules. Job schedule. Okay, these things we'll discuss later, but if you do like this, what happens? Route will be updated. Because each step, what is happening, you need to understand. Okay, the date and time, date will be updated. If it is a job, time also updated. At present, time is not updating. Okay, if it is a job scheduling, jobs will be created. If I use job scheduling, schedule jobs, jobs also will be created. Okay, if you are using job scheduling, then you need to click on release jobs. This is release jobs. So now the release button is used for job scheduling. This is for job scheduling. Okay, here if you do like this, jobs will be updated. Okay, so this we'll discuss later. At present, I'm not discussing. We'll discuss this one later in future. Fine. Now we are clicking on start. We are clicking on start. Start means if you click on start, then it will create journals. It will create here journals. Picking list journal, route card journal, job card journal. Depending upon the route card or job card, it will create. Picking list journal also created. Means from the BOM, like picking list journal will be created. From the route like this is schedule operations, route card will be created. Job scheduling means it will create job card. Okay, so at present, all if you want to see, you can see here. So at present, you cannot find any journals. There is no journals created here. Empty. Nothing. Okay, now let me click on start. So click OK. In this here, if you are verifying in your system, you will find post picking list now is enabled. Post route card now is enabled. These two are enabled. If it is enabled, it will create and post it. But I don't want create and post. I want only create. Okay, so I'm creating. Click OK. If you click on start, what happens? I told you journals will be created. Picking list journal created. Route card journal created. And sometimes job cards also creating, not now. It is not created. Fine. Now you can see both together. Lines. So these are raw materials. Okay, to produce one item, we need one items, each one item. So I'm posting now. Post. This is BWM journal is posting. Picking list means raw material consumption is getting posted. Raw material consumption is getting posted. If you do like this, raw material consumption, now the production postings are showing here. There are 4 lines. So you need to learn, even if you are learning finance, manufacturing, you need to learn finance postings is important. Meaning, you need to understand this ledger accounts postings very clearly. You are not a finance consultant, but because the reason behind here, manufacturing process, these finance consultants don't know about manufacturing process. Manufacturing consultants don't know about finance in general. So that is the reason you cannot find a person having finance with manufacturing knowledge. Very rare. Very, very rare. Okay, here the accounting entries is very, very important. You need to understand. As I told you here. So one is production, ledger accounts, and standard cost variance ledger accounts. You need to understand these 2 tabs. Of course, ledger accounts posting is a part of finance, but being a manufacturing consultant, you need to know. Because you are not a junior consultant now. You are expert, subject matter expert. If you want to become a subject matter expert, you should learn these postings. So that is the reason I told you in this training, accounting entries is most important. That you need to learn. Accounting entries, how it is posting. Fine. So it is BWM or picking list journal is posted, then it is updated here. Raw material consumption. Next, I'm doing here route card posting. This is process time. How many hours you have spent? That may be resources here. These resources are maybe human being, maybe machinery, maybe tools, maybe location. Okay, this process time I'm posting now. So once it is posted, process time, you will find 1 more entries, 4 more entries here. Production posting. So indirect here, route consumption, the vouchers. Okay, the route consumption postings. That also you need to understand. Next. So If you click on start, it is picking list journal and route card journal or job card journal will be created. And if it is checkbox is enabled, it will be posted immediately. Otherwise, you can post separately. So this is raw material consumption. This is raw material consumption. Now we need to click on report as finished. People may pronounce RAF, report as finished. The next step is report as finished. This is start means raw material consumption. Raw material will be consumed, it will be decreased with this start. Finished goods means BOM or FG item will be ready. So I'm clicking OK. If it is a small errors are there, we'll see this one later. We'll see this one later, but we can proceed with now. Report as finished with to like accept errors. A small error is there, I will verify that one. And now, if you verify, one more journal created for report as finished. Report as finished, that is FG item D003 is getting ready. And along with this one, you are going to verify the postings, one more postings. Report as finished, voucher. Okay, now end. I'm clicking on end. If I click end, now if you go to manage costs, production postings, here you can find the big voucher. So during start, picking list journal whenever you are posting, so accounting entry is posted. And route card or job card, accounting entries are there. During report as finished, also accounting entries posted. These all are temporary accounts. Now end means inventory costings. This is the final accounting entries. So these are temp. These are temporary entries. And these are temporary entries. All this will be reversed, and this is final entries. Final accounting entries will be posted during the end. If you click on end, if you click on end here, then costing, you can see the voucher. It's a big voucher. It's a big voucher. We need to understand. So even though you are a manufacturing consultant, you are not relevant for finance module, but you need to learn. You need to learn this accounting entries is a big subject. Okay, that is the reason I have written here accounting entries. So because finance consultants don't know what is this process, where it is sitting, they don't know. They are not very much familiar. So being a manufacturing consultant, you need to understand all these things in detail. In each stage, how it is posting and everything. you need to understand. So see, production order, click on start, click on create, estimate, schedule, release job, and then like start and report as finished end. This is very simple. Okay, many people will think, if I know this process, I learned manufacturing. Okay, this is one step only. So with this one, you learned maybe 2 to 3% subject. With this one, people will assume like I learned manufacturing, because manufacturing is a huge subject we need to understand. It's a big subject. At least I need around 45 hours. Around 40 hours I need to explain you. Okay. So any questions about whatever I have explained today? Any questions? Anyone? Any questions about this manufacturing process?
No, sir.
No? Okay, fine.
No, sir.
Fine. So let me stop recording now.